Hi guys, welcome back to another new episode of the Soulful. Today is 3rd of January 2023 and in 28th of December, as you guys know, NMC released its draft regulation about next step 1 and next step 2, in which it mentioned all other things that earlier weren't really clear about, like how the exam is going to be happening, what all the thing would be, and what the pattern of the exam would be about the step 1 and step 2. Although it hasn't been come into effect, like it's just a draft regulation, but still this would be the basic structure of how the next is going to look like probably in the coming year. Now you have seen a lot of videos about explaining about each and every point of the regulations, and also you have got the interpretations from the different teachers from Prep Ladder, Mero and all other platforms about this draft regulation. So this video is not just another similar kind of video, but better, this video is a point of view of a student who is gonna give next exam, basically FMG, I should skip that. So next exam 2024. In this video I will tell you about all the things that I'm trying to focus much more upon after seeing this draft regulations. So now coming to the very first point about the papers that are to be given, which are around 6 papers: medicine, surgery, obs gynae, pediatrics, ophthalma and ENT. Okay, these are the 6 subjects that the paper is all about. And with that, so earlier what I was preparing for is like I have been saying a lot about making revision notes. So as you can see, just for an example I am showing you, this is what my obs gynae notes looks like. So this contains all the information of the main videos of Prep Ladder. So this is what the whole Prep Ladder videos are about. Okay, but these are the main notes. Now what I was trying to do for NEET PG, and what I would be trying to do for the next exam also, is that I would be trying to make a revision note of it, which would be around 20 to 30 pages, in which I would compile all the very important informations, very important concepts of obs gynae, and also that revision note would include the last year questions also, and important topics that were asked last year also in the NEET PG. So that revision note I was trying to prepare, and similar kind of revision note I was trying to prepare for all the 19 subjects, especially for the clinical subjects. Seeing the whole regulation, I've tried is now I would just make revision note of 6 subjects, which is medicine, surgery and all other subjects. And for the remaining, so firstly for the preclinical subjects, I would try to read first aid and get it annotated, and then what I would do is day before the exam, or like 10-20 days before, I would just go on reading first aid. So that would, I hope it would cover my first 3 preclinical year subjects, and that would serve as a basic source in my revision time. Okay, for preclinical subjects. Now preclinicals is done. I'm gonna prepare 6 revision notes that I would read it just a day before my exam, or just 2 days before my exam. So these are the revision notes that I would be preparing. Coming to the second point, which is obviously most of you guys have like commonsensical thing, which I am trying to focus much more upon, as basic exam step 1 is of 6 papers. Okay, so 6 papers we have to pass, we have to get 50% mark. That's to be known. But the thing is, the first 2 subjects, which is the medicine and surgery, are usually the bigger subject, which have a vast syllabus, which have a wider amount of things that to be covered from. And even if I make a revision note of it, that would take much more longer time to revise as compared to the other 4 subjects, which are the obs gynae, ENT, ophthalma and the pediatrics, which have a very small amount of syllabus as compared to medicine and surgery, and which I can revise much more. So what I would try to do is I would try to score much more higher in these 4 papers, because these are much more higher scoring. Even if I get a decent mark in medicine and surgery, then also it's okay, with the condition of getting higher marks in these 4 subjects. So now the third thing is regarding the pattern of exam, on how it's gonna be conducted. So as you guys know, 5 days exam, 3 days we have to give exam, 2 days are gonna be holidays. So we have to get accustomed to this new kind of exam schedule, which we haven't been accustomed to. Now we have to stay concentrated, we have to stay productive for for the coming 5 days. So yeah, for that practice would be needed. So I would try to make myself much more accustomed to this new exam schedule that we are gonna face. So now the fourth thing is obviously the NMC has asked about comments on this draft regulation. So there are some concerning points which each and FMG must comment, like must email the NMC about this. Firstly is the regarding the number of attempts, because it hasn't been made clear about if at all it's unlimited number of attempts, then how you are restricting ourselves to just 10 years for clearing step 1 and step 2. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is regarding the improvement of scores. If you want to give the improvement, so your like last 3 consecutive year mean would be taken, so that also needs to be emailed to NMC. So hope they look into it, and probably we would see some changes over there also. So this is the fourth thing. Please email NMC about this specific 2 points. Obviously I hope if at all it comes at 2023, then we would have 1 year at least our seniors giving our next exam, so that we would see our seniors how they are preparing, and we can plan much better, and we can prepare ourselves much better according to the next exam. But if at all we end up being the very first batch to give next exam, then it all depends upon us how we prepare ourselves. So that's what I'm trying to prepare. So the basic strategy, the basic crux of the video is just one thing, till completion of the 19 subject, which I like in the coming 4-5 months I'm gonna be completing my whole 19 subjects. So that is gonna be remaining the same. There is no addition of any kind of resources, and I don't really want to do that. We would prepare all the 19 subjects, and then in the revision part we would try to fine-tune our revision strategy according to the exam which we are gonna give. If at all it comes to be FMG, then it's gonna be very simple. But if at all it is next step 1, then yeah, as I have told you, these are the fine tunings that I would be trying to do. And if further I make changes in my revision strategy, then I would definitely try to tell you. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you really like this whole episode. Subscribe this channel, like this video, comment down below. Discussions are open.